Welcome back, everyone. Good afternoon. And we are back for the first match of the semi-final of the Senseihood tournament, and it's between Shinrunner first from the fourth club against Unfedero from the 10th club. Alright, now before the first match begin, what contestant need to choose their coin toss? So I'm not alone here. There's Seren Sensei. Hello, Seren. Hello, Seren. Are you there? Right, so the coin flip wins by Shinrunner. So Shinrunner gonna choose the first color of the round. Let's see what color he gonna choose for the first round of the match. Alright, so Shinrunner is choosing purple as the first color of the round. So let's spin the wheel to see who's gonna be the first pick. Okay, it's Kirino. It's not bad. I think Kirino wins it. It's not bad. Considering she has been used for some Shirokuro back then, I think it's not really that bad. Like it's not the worst of the pool there, Kirino swimsuit. Alright, so we are moving to banning pass right now, and the first ban of the list is gonna be Chiaki. Also apologize if there's some noises in my background, everyone, because there's some an activity in my environment near my house. So yeah, I apologize if there's noise. Alright, so Shinrunner has choosing Summer Hammer and Fedorov choosing Kirara as their second band. Interesting. So everyone is having traumatic by Kirara because Shinrunner clear on the quarterfinal. Proof that Kirara is able to do some damage. Right, let's see what's gonna be the next one.
Hello, can you hear?
Ah, hello, Seren Sensei. Nah, finally.
Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties as well.
Yeah, I was like, where's Seren? Like, your microphone is not muted, but they didn't detect any voices from your end, so I think, yeah, you was having a technical issue. Alright, so Shinrunner has banned Might Midori. So, what do you think? Who's gonna win this match, Seren?
I mean, it's hard to judge now because the bands are not finished yet. Like, I can still see both players winning if they use Mate Momoi. Just need to rotate well. Since remember that the differential us is never mind, it's bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
both made twins has been
well,
made.
basically now is basically just who can find the best off color team to do it as fast as possible. It's definitely 2 team plus at this point, I think. So it's just who can find the best off color team.
Oh, Mika. Yeah, understandable. Because Mika's still able to do some damage, even it's not yellow armor. Because her damage is boosted by the percentage of the enemy bosses. So yeah, it makes sense. Mika is banned here. Let's see what's gonna be the final ban from Unfedorov. Yeah, I'm still thinking of what's the last student he gonna ban. Alright, so it's gonna be New Year Fuka. We gonna DNF. Seems like our both participant here kinda pessimist to clear the
I think there are still other students like Wakamo definitely. I think Wakamo is still perfectly capable of doing 2 I think yesterday one of our contestants showed Wakamo can go into phase 2 with just her damage with the second DPS.
Yeah, I think rely on the blue DPSs like Wakamo or Kuroko. Since technically there's no other purple DPS left open. Okay, so the final ban is gonna be Maki, so Samarkana and Akane is left open. Also, the first pick is Kirino Swim. So they are not gonna having a freedom to choose their support slot unit. So yeah, they're gonna think which team they gonna bring Kirino Swim in.
Interestingly, both contestants are having the same idea at the moment, which is basically Wakamo and Kuroko, which makes sense because Wakamo does need another DPS to charge up his EX explosion. So I think both team ones currently are looking pretty good. It's just the difference come from the different shirt choice. As we can see, Anne Ferrov opting for the Aqua Basic and Boshino's sub, while Shinrunner I think was using Escana just now.
Yeah. Oh, Ichika. Are they gonna using Ichika here?
Well, if Ichika is paired with Nuya Fuka or Ui is pretty good, but since Nuka is bad, it's probably going to be Ui. If you don't pair with any skill cost reduction, it's probably harder to
Yeah,
rotate.
yeah. It's having a big cost. There is another difficulty to use. And especially New Year Fuka is banned here, so on it or not, they have to use UE if they gonna choose Ichika there. So yeah, I think this is their best call to go, like with Wakamo, Kuroko, battle Jisan and Resako. Yeah, I think it's gonna be their main call here.
And here we see again Shinrunner is definitely preparing for another Miyu team here, which definitely is interesting to see. It's probably going to be the main difference maker here.
Yeah, it's gonna be me again. Right. 1 minute left for them to cook their preparation. Alright, so the both participants has done their cooking preparation. So it's time for the battle begins. The 10-minute mark starts now. Alright, here we go. It's the first match of the first semi-final. It's between Sinrunner and Anfenrov. Let's see who will win this round. Place your bet, everyone, on the tournament chat. Who's
I
gonna
wonder
win?
if Anne switch off the execute animation. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he's still forgetting to turn off the X animation. It wasting so many seconds there. Okay, let's see what Sinrunner has in store first. Sinrunner using Midori. Interesting though. Oh, that's kinda hurt. On the other hand, unfair of relying on Resaku here. And yeah, he forgetting to he forget to turn off the X animation. It's taking too long, bro.
I think Shinrunner probably opted for Midori here because of not only for the neutral mode but also for the small healing she provides.
Yeah, small survivability for Samarkand there. Because there's no pure tanker, so Samarkand is gonna be the main target from the pin alone. Okay, second
And
phase.
yes, we can see that the Midori heals does come in clutch here. If there's no Midori heal, there Escana would have probably fall dead.
Yeah, Samarkand is gonna die in there. If it's not for the Midori sub skill or with the David skill, I forgot.
I think at this
Yeah.
point, Shinrunner probably has the better upper hand here. I think.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna clear it and deal as much as damage. And yeah, everyone is dying. Oh,
Wakama surviving here is actually big because he's probably going to use another EX. Oh, never mind. The time's
yeah,
up.
time's up. Okay, let's see. Unfederal first. Yeah, Unfederal still struggling on the first phase. Yeah. Okay, he's forfeiting. That's gonna be his main team though, because Wakamo and Kuroko has used there. And Nika is banned.
Maybe maybe he has a second team with purple DPS in mind. Yeah, see
It's for
Ichika. There's
Ichika.
Ichika with
Okay,
Fui
let's
here.
see. We have first Ichika appearance, everyone. And it's come from Unfederal. Let's see what he's cooking this time. Because we know Unfederal is not going to lose. Just like that. Even though he's coming from the casual branch, but his mindset is really not casual. Okay, the stream is kind of blurry from the Alfred and I think it has some internet issue right there, but yeah, we still can see what he's doing. But we just can see the numbers there. Yeah, let's see from the Sinran what's gonna be their second team. The Kaio, Dress Kaio, wow. Dang. Dress Kaio in purple. Okay, second phase begin for the Unfederal. He's not gonna survive rocket. Well, let's see.
I think
I
if
mean,
the
yeah,
Rocket is timed perfectly here, it's probably going to skip Rocket.
yeah. We just need to make sure that Vina has drawn it. Okay. But I think it's kinda earlier. Okay. And another is about of
By the way,
user.
one thing I want to point out is Shin X actually already like down three because the first team Shin used is full 3 minutes, right? While Fedorov uses like I think 1 minute 40 seconds, if I'm not remembering it wrongly. So Shin has to pay attention to the time here, I think. And see we have N finishing with 25768, which is pretty high score to beat. I think Ichika Moroge is probably going to win here.
Okay, let's see.
And we have
Oh,
our upset.
damn! Wow, okay. Okay, he clearly cooking. I'm clearly cooking. Tasuga. Okay, well, we gonna see Ichika gonna get banned for the future matches, I guess. Because shows that Ichika is not going to be a joke.
But you can only ban so many DPS, right? You have to
Yeah.
remember to ban some supports too. I think that's the main problem with the bans here, bro. Because there's too much DPS and there's too many differential available. So even though you have the less optimal DPS, because of the defense is differential is there, it's still going to perform pretty decently.
Yeah, there's still so many supports they buff from open, like Samarkand or Akami, or even Noah. And Linaki get bring in and unfair of shows that Ichika is going to be the best. Alright. It's clear he is cooking. truly casual. Okay, so for the second round of the game here, I'm gonna choose the second color of the round.
Right, outfit choosing the colors currently.
Right, so I'm kind of having a slight technical difficulty, so we're gonna wait a bit. Let's see what you choose for the second round. What's the garbage house?
And we have the classic color, which is the yellow.
Okay, so yellow is going to be the second color of the game here. Let's see. Yellow is the easiest one to clear, but also the hardest one for change. Let's see what's gonna be the first.
Oh, you say it's easy. Let's not forget that. Oh my.
It,
Okay.
oh
Yeah,
my
color
god!
force pick.
This
Okay,
is
this will be very
pretty.
complicated. This is basically a score chase round, I
Yeah,
think.
this is core chase literally. Literally, they had to pick Akane.
I think this really comes down to all DPS ban. I think I don't think we'll see any Mika, any Dikayoko, any Kazusa.
Or even Mio is banned. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, so let's see what's gonna be the first ban from Shinrunner here. They literally had to book the best team involved with Akane. Because Akane is like, worst pick? Is it wrong? Wasn't her
This
like
is
banned?
yeah. This is probably the only time the first pick worked with in their favor.
Yeah. Okay, so the first ban here will be Kazusa. As expected, he has assessment the urban terrain.
Oh wait, yeah, we do have some technical difficulties with N. I think N forgot to stream his game. Alright, I think we are back.
Fine. Like, eh, for besides the first ban student. Let's see what's I'm gonna ban here. Yeah, of course, it's Mika. The obvious choice to ban. I decided Mika as the first page of the ban student. Let's see what's gonna be the next one.
And we see the Kayoko ban here, which as expected.
Yeah, the 3 big DPSs for the yellow.
Yeah, I
Most
think
banned.
we are moving into the territory of is Yuzu going to be banned, or is any different shredder going to be banned like Maki? Because you already have Akane, right? There's no point of banning Escana here, I think.
Yeah, because everyone has to use Akane. Kogemio, okay, so let's blame Godhead for that one.
I think if Swimsuit Ui is not banned here, you can actually use Yuzu and do the old strat to do the one team. Even though it's very mildly, it's possible with Swimsuit Ui buff.
Yeah, you have to assist Yuzu, like buffing her with Ako, not the dress one because her crit rate is clearly low. Okay, so Yuzu is banned. Never mind. So like all the 5 DPSs has been banned.
Okay, so now, would I remember as Ayane is good DPS here?
Oh yeah, technically I need Hammer. Still a good choices as the hyper DPS here. But do they know? Or they gonna like Yori or Mark hyper carry? Let's see.
Oh,
Junko.
Ed has a very questionable Junko ban. I think Maki ban is probably safer here.
They still
I mean-
have one more slot to
Yeah,
ban
but
to. Let's see.
I
But Junko
I guess
is
yeah,
questionable.
yeah. I think Junko ban is probably to stop any funny one cost Junko spam to finish.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a Rainbow Junko. Let's see what's gonna be the last unit for the Silver and
And we have the Maki ban as expected.
yeah. Well, like no DPS for you, unless Iori is left open here. But Iori has yellow armor. He gonna die before after the rocket.
Yeah, I think you go for Hasumi here if you have her build because Yori having less mood than Hasumi here. I think it makes up for it.
Or do you believe on the Hyper Tina? Who knows? If they build though, if they build Fina, they can hyper buff with Ochimatsu and certain attack and quick buff. Okay, it's gonna be Summer Yui, so Iori is left open to deal some chip damage.
I think Summer Ui ban is definitely good here because you just half everyone's damage. So I think it's not that possible to do one pun now. Except SINA UE50, I think. And I think currently we can see from Shin's team it's Hasumi Hyper Carry with Ui to reduce cost, Chare to buff attack, and Ako Kisaki to buff crit and EX damage bonus.
Oh yeah, one undeck related to deck. Oh, this 100% undeck. Well, for Unfederal, I but it's gonna be the second team because there's no Atari. You're obviously not gonna using Cherry Master and DPS, right? Yeah. Sure. Arrow. Wow. Arrow. What do you think about Arrow?
I think that could get overcooked, I think. They're like, yeah, sure, the mood is great, but you kinda need Aru to crit to justify her use there, probably. Because I think this is still going to come down to one pun, right? So doing two pun blitz might be a bit risky in my opinion.
Yeah. And also, Aru can provide any Gogi buff because it's fat. Okay. So yeah. I'm gonna start here.
Yeah, I think both
Alright, the
players
10 minutes
just
started.
yeah, I think both players forget the existence of Ayane again, or they just don't have her at UE50.
Yeah, they probably don't have her build.
I think if Shin crits enough here, he probably have a upper hand here.
Yeah. Crit fishing Hasumi, I've seen it before. But this time it's the original one.
And we
Oh,
see a
nice crit.
1.2 million crit.
Nice crit. And also, there's Yui crit buff. Ooh!
I think that's
Another
a
crit.
double crit, right? Oh, that's a reset, interestingly.
Another Rahrahan. Unfair of using Yori. And Koge Azusa as the death buffer, along with Akane. Oh, nice Koge there. You cancel the rocket.
I think you and have a very good crit there as well. I think this is
Yeah,
down to who has the better crit. Oh, that's the rocket.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, this might be just who crits the most and finish the fastest.
Crit fast. Oh, the laser. Oh, I think Han wanna go to the second base before the rocket. Oh, it's laser. Fine.
That's a very bad crit from N, I think, because the Grogi bar did not feel as much. Yeah, that's the reason.
Yeah, we are hitting second minute marks. And they are still struggling on the first base. I mean, that's the expect from Crit now. Cool.
What do you think at what minute they should just consider finishing it and hope that the opponent DNF here?
I think both gonna clear. I think both gonna clear the run. It's just they don't know how fast the opponent will be. I mean, what relying on the low crit type DPSs.
Yeah, but I feel like if, let's say, you are at 3 minutes, I think I'll probably just aim for a clear because having a score is better than a DNF, right? And who knows your opponent's DNF?
Yeah.
I think N should definitely consider that possibility.
Oh, nice crit, buddy. But the thing is, Yori not having the Camhari basic.
I think we see a different team from Shin, is it?
Runner.
Because he put
Yeah.
in as for Shin. Oh wait, that's Yori here again. Yori is here.
Yeah, he is Yori now. Okay, Underoath moving to the second basis. Oh.
Oh, that is a
nice.
very good Grogi.
Nice Grogi you got there.
I think if N can somehow, oh, he's Yori in P3.
Oh,
I think
he made it. He made it to phase
yeah.
3.
If N somehow, yes, that it is laser, so Iori can survive here. So I think that should be enough time. Oh, we have N
Okay.
finishing with one.
Hey, this guy clearly cooking. This guy is clearly cooking. Almost 25.9. Almost there. Just barely missing 2000 score. Sasuga Warta.
This
Okay.
might be close, I think. This might be pretty close.
This might be. This is the upset everyone talking about, and it's happening on the semi-final. Oh
Yes.
no!
And for your information, is the lowest seed entering the group stage, by the way. And he
He's
exited
ranked on
group
the
stage
12.
with second highest score and beating 2-0 in quarterfinals. And now there is potential for another 2-0 in semifinal. But let's not forget that Shin is the first group stage scorer here, so his potential here cannot be underestimated.
Okay, so Shin gonna chance one more comb, but he cannot let it slip because the time is technically only 3 minutes left. He's racing against the time. Well, I think he's changing the position. It's just a position matter. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Shin. Oh no.
Yeah, I think the timer is starting to get to him a little.
Oh no. Oh no. Starting to get nervous. It's 2 minutes left. Oh no, that's very bad crit, bro. Just clear it. Just clear it. You don't want to DNF this one.
I think
Just clear it,
it's a
please.
restart. Yeah, it's a restart because
Oh,
he already started.
no. Oh no. That's what net crit for ya. That it's happening, guys. It's happening. Track by track. Oh no. Oh no, she not like this. Oh no, that's very bad, Chris. Oh no.
If Yorick and Gogi is still okay, yeah, that
Okay,
should be a clear.
but 1 minute left,
about the time.
and he made it. Oh no.
That's some nice crit though. I think there's a possibility here. If Rogi, yeah, there's a possibility here. I think the time is probably too low.
Oh no.
I think
The time
if
is
Jin
up.
finished it, it's still okay.
Yeah, but the time is up. Oh no.
And it doesn't
Oh,
matter. I think Ed has a better score.
yeah.
Ed has 2589. Yeah. So we have our first grand finalist, which is N, with a pretty convincing 2-0 victory over Shin Runner.
Just remember, Anferov is coming from Castle Branch. It's fucking 10 club, bro. And also, he's the 12th of the ship. Oh no. Not like this. Oh.